It's the pre-dawn hours in Boston.
Kid has a real violent history.
And this elite team of ICE deportation officers is briefing on their target list for the day. Illegal aliens charged with egregious crimes.
All the targets today, every single one of them is an aggravated felony here in the Commonwealth. So these are really the cases that are the worst of the worst here in Massachusetts.
ICE quickly takes down its first target, an illegal alien from Guatemala, charged with aggravated child rape.
Carlos Pierre.
Minutes later, ICE arrests a Colombian national, charged with the rape of a child above age 14.
I don't have enough officers or resources to tackle every one of these public safety threats. Are we going after the child rapist today, or are we going to go after that 2 times deported fentanyl dealer? Because we can't get both.
This is happening in the United States, man, and it is not by accident. This is happening because the people who make the laws, they're making it happen. And we keep voting for them. We keep voting and allowing these same people. And, you know, they tell you over and over that sanctuary policy, like basically everything they try to sell you about illegal immigration, is humanitarian. They've even told you that the whole point is so migrants aren't afraid to go to the police when they need to report a crime or when the police need help to solve one, right? So the obvious question, if that's true, what good does it do to let the most disgusting and violent people back into a community of people who are here in the first place, supposedly needing sanctuary from the violence and oppression back home? It doesn't make sense. And I don't know how it's legal, man. I know that it happens all over the country, but I do not understand how it's even possible that some random city can just decide to ignore federal detainers. And basically, they're basing it on race and status. Because I promise you, if you're born here and the feds issue a detainer for you, no jail in the country is going to let you out until some 3-letter agency comes to pick you up. It's just not happening.
ICE's next arrest, a combative MS-13 gang member from El Salvador, charged with a slew of violent crimes. Officers then arrested this Brazilian man, charged with 5 counts of aggravated rape of a child. How are you guys not notified about a child rapist being released?
Unfortunately, in Massachusetts, that's how it is with most of these sanctuary jurisdictions.
A short time later, ICE took down their final target, a Brazilian gang member, also charged with child rape. Just this morning today, 4 accused child rapists and 1 MS-13 gang member. Those are the kind of people you're going after.
That's every day up here in Boston. Those are the public safety threats that we really want to get off the street. It was a great day for the teams. That's 5 public safety threats that are in the community. Going to go ahead and victimize anyone else.
And ICE says all of those arrests you just saw happen because local authorities ignored their detainer request to keep these guys in custody due to sanctuary policies. ICE says all of those suspects will remain in federal custody until their local charges are resolved. Then ICE will seek to deport every single one of them.
Just think about this stuff, man. Look at this from the 30,000-foot level, right? Federal law enforcement, people are working their asses off to protect your kids from violent offenders and from drugs and from who knows what else, right? Those people have to work around your local government to even try to do their job. Instead of just picking up and holding people accused of the worst crimes imaginable, they have to track them down. And just think about that from like a safety and security standpoint. What is safer for these brave federal law enforcement? Picking somebody up at a jail or having to roam the streets basically 24/7, going from one dangerous raid to the next dangerous raid just to even make a dent? I mean, that doesn't make sense. And if that's not enough, then think of the financial aspect. You know, I mean, it's not free to operate these task force, and they aren't in unlimited supply, right? If we have a federal task force chasing down child predators, should they have to focus on the ones who were just let out the front door of some random jail? Or should they be tracking down the ones that haven't been to jail yet? That seems like a no-brainer to me. And it's not free to hold these people somewhere other than the county jail and transport them to their court dates, you know, when they could just get transported by the jail, like all the violent people who were actually born here. Because I promise you, if you're born here or if you came here legally, if you do something like that, you're going to stay in that jail forever, as you should. But if you're one of Joe Biden's special guests, you can apparently do almost anything you want. And the people that allow it, they're the humanitarian ones. They're the compassionate ones. And guys, I mean, when you dig into this stuff, it is heartbreaking stuff. and it's almost impossible to wrap your mind around. But that's just my take, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.